My parents clearly owned billions in assets, but they deliberately pretended to be sanitation workers, just because they had finally found their long-lost child. To test my character, my father told me he was now carrying bricks at a construction site, and my mother worked as a street cleaner. Together they earned only $2,000 a month. He cautiously asked me if I would look down on them for being poor. Instead of looking down on them, I hugged them with tears in my eyes and said nothing mattered more than being together as a family. Seeing this, my parents confirmed that I had good character, so they planned to let me inherit their billion-dollar fortune. But before they could say anything, I told them I was getting married next month and wanted to introduce them to their future daughter-in-law. Upon hearing that, my father decided to keep hiding his identity, to see if my fiancé was worthy of joining our family. But when I brought my parents to the hotel, my girlfriend stopped us at the entrance. She looked annoyed and asked who they were. When she found out they were my parents, she refused to let them in. Just as I was about to explain, she said in front of everyone that I was just a delivery worker. Her parents already disapproved of me. Now I even brought poor parents to the scene. There was no way the wedding could happen. I was upset on the spot, she then coldly added. If my parents stepped inside, we would not be getting married today. My parents said they were willing to wait outside, but I firmly pulled them into the private room the moment we walked in. My future mother-in-law mocked me, blaming me for being 5 minutes late. Luckily, my girlfriend's best friend stepped in to defend me. But before the tension eased, my future father-in-law saw my modestly dressed parents and told the staff to throw them out. I quickly stopped him, telling him they were my parents. But when my future mother-in-law heard my mom was a street cleaner, she held her nose and looked disgusted, despite being looked down on. My parents smiled and brought out 2 bottles of wine worth millions as a gift. But my future father-in-law took one look, then threw them aside. He said if I wanted to marry his daughter, I had to buy a house first, otherwise the wedding was off. My face darkened. We had clearly agreed to buy a house together after marriage, but he insisted and gave me no chance. That's when my father stepped forward and calmly said he had savings and could help me buy the house. As soon as he said that, their attitude changed completely. They warmly invited my parents to sit and eat. After the meal, they even discussed house plans with my dad. Once they were sure my father agreed, they left without worry. I was still concerned, worried my parents couldn't afford it, but my father smiled and said he had more than enough saved up to buy a house, and told me not to worry. After I left, my parents' assistant arrived in a luxury car. He asked if they wanted to buy the best property in the city, but my father shook his head, saying the bride's family was too greedy, and they couldn't reveal their identity. So he told the assistant to buy a regular apartment nearby, and send me the address. But the next day, the assistant accidentally sent me the address of their private villa. I brought my girlfriend's family to that mansion. They were all shocked. My girlfriend was so excited she couldn't stop smiling. But just then, my future brother-in-law blurted out something that left everyone stunned.